Hello! I know I said Tuesday tutorials, but it seems like every Tuesday I fuck up and don't do it. So I'm going to change the series to just tutorials, and I'm going to do them once a week when I want. So today I couldn't think of what I wanted to do, and I had an epiphany. I want to teach you all underpainting for the perfect, flawless complexion. So let's get started. I've already cleansed, obviously, so I'm going to ice roll. I still have a little bit of a bruise. That's crazy. I've never had a bruise last that long. Oh, this feels so good. I'm kind of hot too, so. Spin around and I want a kiss. If you want to do like that. Oh, it feels so good. You guys have to get one of these, I'm telling you. Okay, now I'm going to tone. I'm going to use the Epicuren Protein Mist Enzyme Toner and just spray it all over. Next, it's time for the GOAT when it comes to moisturizers. I'm going to use the Epicuren Luminous Colostrum Luminous Glow Cream, and I'm going to put it on with my Anisa Beauty All Over Care Brush. This is the best moisturizer in the whole world. My mom always tries to steal it when I visit. Always. She's like, it's the only thing I like now. And I'm like, well, get it yourself. Okay, next I'm going to use, this is different. Like usually you would think you would put this on before your moisturizer, but you don't. You put it on after. This is the Moisture Surge Hyaluronic Acid Gel from Epicuren. And I'm just gonna put it on with the same brush. And this just locks in moisture. And it is very hydrating. I love this. All right, next I'm gonna take my Anisa Beauty Fan Mask Brush, and I'm gonna take the Epicuren Instant Lift Tightening Serum, which you do last. And I'm gonna put just a little bit everywhere. And then you leave this on for 2 minutes before you do anything else. And it tightens and firms everything up. And it actually really works, but it's the last step. I forgot eye cream. I need to do that. Okay, 2 minutes. Okay, while the 2 minutes is going on, I want to show you how easy it is to clean these skincare brushes with Anisa's Quick Dry Brush Cleaner. So what I'm going to do is just, oops, I need to turn it on. I'm just going to spray them. It's quick drying, and then I just take a towel and I just do this. And boom, clean. And they'll dry super fast. And you know me, that wouldn't be the end of a skincare routine if I didn't use my pink balls on my face. I love this thing. It feels so good. It helps with puffiness, and it drains all that lymphatic fluid that makes you puffy. So good. I flip it backwards because it does it even more intensely. You can do it like this though. But I like it like this. And then you do your jaw. I do it for like 5 minutes. I'm not gonna make you watch the whole thing. And then you can do it down your nose. And then when you're done, you just drain that lymphatic fluid down the neck. It's awesome. Okay, the Instant Lift is dry or absorbed or has done its job. And I don't know if you can tell, but it really does firm and tighten the skin. You can feel it. Sorry for being this close. All right, let's do eyebrows first. I've never used this and I've had it for a good amount of time. This is the XX Revolution Laminate Fix. So it's kind of like a brow glue, but it's supposed to give like a laminated. I wish it had like an better applicator, but I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand and use one of these. Oh, this feels loose, but anyways, and I'll just coat it on there. Let's see, you and I are using this at the same time, so let's see. Okay. Yes, Lindsay Lohan is on in the background. Okay, so I just want to shape the fluffy eyebrows I already have. But you can see they're very... Okay, we'll see. Okay, so honestly, if we're comparing things that I like better than others, I like the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze better than this. This hasn't really, well, it's kind of dried down a bit, but this dries down way faster, so I recommend this. This tutorial, I'm more focused on, I'm more focused on complexion today, but I am going to do a little bit on the eye. I'm going to take the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in medium. Usually I do fair, but I'm doing medium, and I'll show you why. So I'm just going to take my Rose and Ben C31 and dip into the lid, and even this amount is going to be too much. So I'm going to put it here, 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 and just get it evenly off there. I'll finish up. Hold on. Okay, now I'm going to take the Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in Cocoa, which is the deeper shade, and I'm going to take a fluffy, like, blending brush and just get a little bit on there. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. And I'm going to start out with, like, that much. That's it. And I'm going to put it in my crease and just kind of bring it out a little. Doesn't matter if it gets on the lid for what I'm doing, but you can see it gives you the dimension without having to use a powder. And then you can just kind of wing it out if you want to. Cool. Okay, so I went ahead and did this eye. I took a little bit of bronzer. This is a Trixie Cosmetics bronzer, but you can use any bronzer. And just to deepen my crease a little bit, I'm going to kind of go over that cocoa color. Bring it down, y'all, all day. See, just a little bit deeper. Don't need a lot. That's it. Just a little bronzer. Okay, so I took the Diamond Days Liquid Shadow by Moira Cosmetics first in I mean, and it is like more of a metallic instead of a sparkle, and I just put that all over the lid. And the good thing about these is you don't have to be like super precise, you just throw it on there. And it's quick, but it looks so pretty. Let's see. See how pretty that is? Eyes don't have to be hard, you know? You don't have to draw the Mona Lisa on them to make it pretty. I'll let that dry for a second. I'm gonna go back in with my fluffy brush and just to soften it so there's no harsh start-stop lines, and just kind of blend it in with the crease. Sorry. Then I'm going to take the Diamond Days in Gold Star for some sparkle, not spackle, and put it in the center here. Look how pretty. Oh, so pretty. My body. See? Oh, I love it. Okay, and I just took a gel liner. I really like this one. This one's brown. It is from Melloway Makeup, and it's the Mellow Liner in Milk Chocolate. And I just did a quick, smudgy line. Nothing too difficult. Okay, I'm going to use a brown mascara, but I'm going to use this set. This is from Melloway Makeup as well. This is the Ready Set Primer, and this is the Your Way Mascara in Cherry Cola. So we're going to stick with brown because I'm going to put on brown lashes as well. So this is the primer, Ready Set Prime, right? Ready Set Prime? Yep, Ready Set Primer. And I love how it can bend. And I'm just going to, it coats them really well. I'm thinking. I don't know if you can see on here or not. but it definitely lengthens. It's a great primer. Usually I don't screw with primers, but this is a good primer. I don't know if you can see. Let me zoom in. Yeah, you can. So here's the Your Way mascara in Cherry Cola, and then I'm just gonna go over them, the primed lashes. I love that it bends. It's so convenient for me because it gives me so much more control. I don't know why all mascaras don't do this, but it's so nice. Let me see if you can see. Look how long it makes them. I mean, come on. Okay, so I threw on a brown lash and then just put some more brown mascara on. The lash is a prototype lash, so it's not really a brand yet, but I love a brown lash. Now let's start on the complexion. Okay, I'm gonna first prime with the Luminous Putty Primer from e.l.f. And let me get my little putty brush. I'm gonna just put a little here. We'll melt your popsicle. Here. And then I'm gonna push that in there with the other side of this brush, which is made for, it is the Putty Primer applicator brush. So, there we go. And I just want that where, I just wanna fill in some pores. Okay, I'm taking the Makeup Revolution Line Fix Under Eye Primer. I already put some on, and I'm just going to use my fingers for this because I really want it to get in any little creases that it might fill. I keep forgetting that my slides can go for a whole minute now, so there we go. And I just did a reel on this if you want to see the difference between using it and not using it. I think it's my last reel. And I'm become a user for sure. Okay, and I'm going to use the Supernova Celestial Skin Elixir from Flower Beauty. You can tell I love this. It's like almost gone. But this is just to make me luminous, darling. And I'll just use my primer brush. You can see it really gives you a glow. Oh, so pretty. I like the whipped too, but I actually am more of a fan of this one. Just think it gives a prettier glow, especially in person. Ooh, what's this? Makeup brush hair. Get off. I'll deal with that in a minute. Okay, so for underpainting, you can use any type of cream contour, anything you want to use. I'm going to use the Rcma makeup, what is this one called? This is the 5-part series favorite, but it's just got, you know, good highlight and contour colors. So I'm going in with the first 2 shades, kind of like a yellowy, and then the more cream colored one. And I'm just highlighting where I want it to be brighter. And it does not need to be like perfect. You can be sloppy-ish because you're gonna put foundation over it. You're gonna look like those contour things, like contour maps that you see all the time on products. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna make this one a little more. There we go. Okay. Okay, I did this side. I used the darkest one and mixed a little of the lighter one in, but not much, because it's gotta show up under foundation a little bit. So I'm just going to, don't worry about it being pretty. I don't think you do, so you and me do. There we go. And then then well, I'll come back. Yep, I look crazy, I know. Now I'm gonna take this thin, like this is from Morphe, but you can find these all over the place. I like the Artiste brushes better, but I can't find mine right now. And I'm gonna go in to the dark shade, and this is where you can start to lightly, you wanna start light. And do the nose. There you go. And then we're gonna darken right here, maybe a little more.
It's been a while.
Oh.
I really shouldn't have kept you waiting.
Okay, and the last little places I'm putting some cream contour is under the lips. So it'll create that shadow, and then even some above. There we go. And I'm gonna do my jawline. Okay, once you're all mapped out, you're done. Leave the house. Just kidding. I'm going to take a stippling foundation brush, and I'm not going to blend it in totally, but I am going to, and it's warmed up because it's on the skin, so I'm barely touching it. I just want to kind of spread it out and blend it a little bit. I'm into you. This is a great stippling brush. This is Scott Barnes number 68. So good. Call me in the sun. Okay, now I'm gonna take, you wanna take a sheer to medium coverage foundation. I'm gonna use the Flower Beauty Get Real Serum foundation. You have to shake this up. I'm gonna put some on the back of my hand. It's not my perfect match, but that's okay. We'll all live. So then I'm gonna take the same stippling foundation brush and just dip into it, and then just start going over everything. Okay. It just gives such a pretty base. Look over here already. It's not even, I'm not even done. I just get a little at a time on my stippling brush. Underpainting gives just the prettiest base. I love it. It just is a little time consuming until you get the hang of it. Okay, so this is 2 pumps of Serum foundation over top of the underpainting, and you can see it's subtle. It's supposed to be, but you can see the contour. You know, it just gives a great base, and with powder, we're gonna deepen it and make it just a little more dramatic. I love it. Okay, now when I underpainted and everything, if you noticed, I left pretty much the under eyes alone because I wanted to put concealer there. And then I just, just to make it a little brighter, I put it where you usually put it. And I'm gonna blend it out with my Stands Out Beauty Sponge. Don't judge it, it gets used. It's so good. If you have not tried it, you have got to try it. Okay. Just look how pretty it blends things in. It's just, I I go through phases of using brushes and sponges just to like stir things up. But I don't use any other sponge but this one. It's so good. Okay, to set and brighten the under eyes, I'm going to take my Wayne Goss airbrush and I'm going to take the Moira Cosmetics Set and Correct Finishing Powder. This is the 100. And I'm just going to stir it all up. And let's see. I haven't used this yet, so. Ooh. Pretty. It really does brighten and blur. Let's zoom in a little and compare sides. I mean, that's good. Let's do the other side before the time runs out. Oh, look at that. So pretty. This is a good, you should get this. Definitely get this. To set the rest of the face, I'm going to use the Wayne Goss Weightless Setting Powder and my Anisa Beauty Multi-Powder Brush. And just tip out the excess. This is literally weightless. And we're just going to lightly set everything. Perf. I'm going to bronze with one of my new favorite bronzers. This is the Trixie Cosmetics Flower Power Bronzer in Darling Daisy. And you can use each one separately. I love that. Like, this is a highlight, this is a contour and bronzer, but I like to mix it all together and just put it where the sun would naturally hit, obviously. From my photo. Okay. And I'll blend that out. Okay, I'm using my Scott Barnes number 65 brush and my Moira Cosmetics highlight and contour palette, and I'm gonna go in with these two. I've already contoured on this side. I'm just gonna do that here. This isn't a super pigmented, like right off the bat contour palette, which is actually kind of good because you can always add more, but you can't really take it off. But I like how this brush is shaped because it helps you to carve and chisel. So I'm going to deepen that a little bit and be right back. Okay, and just to be extra, I'm going in with the middle highlight and the first one. And I'm just going to brighten a little more. Because why? I can. Something. Then down the nose a little here. I love the highlight on this. It's so brightening, especially if you mix the yellowy shade with the like light nude. Let's cut the contour right there and right here. And then we'll blend all that out in just a second. For blush, I'm going to use one of my all-time favorite loose blushes. It's the Double Down Cosmetics, the Cosmic Blush. It's probably, I don't want to spill it, but right, you can like go into the lid, which is what I normally do to control how much I put on. This is my Rose and Ben C41, obviously, and I'm just going to go into the lid here and start applying. Oh, it's so pretty. It's got a sheen, like a sheen to it. Oh, so pretty. I love you, love song, baby. Oh my God, is that not fucking gorgeous? Staying in the Double Down Cosmetics family, I'm going to use one of my favorite loose highlights. It's the Status by Double Down Cosmetics, and it's loose as well. You can see it's like a champagne color. I'm just gonna take a little bit in the lid and hit it. Oh, it's so pretty. Their stuff is so gorgeous. I think some people get intimidated by loose blushes and highlights, and that's totally understandable because they can get away from you. That's why it's always good to just go in with the lid. And this is a great highlight brush if you need a highlight brush. This is Scott Barnes number 66. Look at that, it's so pretty. Okay, for my lips, I'm gonna use one of my favorite combos that I probably overuse. I use it all the time. Look how small my liner's gotten. This is the Gerard Cosmetics Sugar and Spice liner. I won't make you watch the whole thing. Be right back. You want a Maserati? You better work, bitch. Okay, so I've lined them with Sugar and Spice, and then this is Kimchi Doll Bullet Lipstick. I'm almost out because I love it so much. I just love this combo. I know it's like very 90s because it's like a dark liner, but it's so pretty. Oh. Is that just not a pretty combo? Just to add a little oomph to it, I'm gonna use one of my favorite glosses from Scott Barnes. It's Crystal, so pretty. I love his glosses because of the brush. I just love that it has a brush. So I'm gonna go from the inside out. I'm not gonna over gloss. I just wanna gloss enough, you know. Oh. Crystal is that girl, for sure. I wanna do my Cupid though with it. Crystal's that girl. My mama. To finish everything off, I'm gonna use the Stands Out Beauty Bridal Spray, even though I'm not a bride. It's so pretty, ready? It gives you such a pretty glow. And then I take my Stands Out sponge and just lightly tap it in. So we've come to the end. This is it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I taught you something about underpainting and how it adds depth and dimension to the face before you even get started. Just look how glowy I look. It's because of underpainting, bitch. So I will upload this when the stories are done, and I will do another one next week. If you have any requests, you want to see anything, let me know, or else I'll just pick on my own. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you got this far, go to my most recent reel and leave a emoji with sunglasses on so that I know that you watched. Love you.